Are you guys ready? Because ABCs are coming. Alright guys, if you guys want to see my version of the ABC deck profile, make sure you guys smash the thumbs up button. I also got the structure deck opening coming right up, guys. Thank you guys so much and enjoy the video. So, what is going on YouTube? This is Sam from TeamSamuraiX1 here, and today guys, I'm coming at you with a video and a guide on how to beat ABC. To be honest, I actually do not remember the last time I actually made a how to beat video. The last time I actually made a how to beat video is when I actually looked like this.
Divine Judgment of Spellbooks. Divine Judgment of Spellbooks. Divine Judgment of Spellbooks. TeamSamuraiX1 here, and today guys, welcome to an episode on how to beat.
Yeah, that was me. I made a video like 4 years ago. So without further ado, let's just get right into it. So ABC guys, the next best deck. The next cheapest deck that anyone and their parents can play. The next deck that any little kid can pick up and will beat your ass at regionals. That's how this deck is gonna work. People have been messaging me on my Facebook and asking me, Sam, how do I side deck against ABCs? What are your thoughts on ABCs? How do you beat ABCs? I actually categorize, sections on what type of cards you guys can use to beat this deck. Guys, I felt like this year, Konami has made a lot of great Kaiba supports. Like, you know what? Like, Yugi has not been getting a lot of good support. So, you know, Kaiba gets the ABCs and Yugi get the Magnet Warriors. Like, what the heck? Like, you're gonna have to pick between two structure deck, the Kaiba or Yugi structure deck. You're definitely gonna pick over Kaiba. Kaiba is freaking rich and screw the rules. He has money. But if you want to go with the heart of the cards, by all means, go for the Yu-Gi-Oh one. Let me explain to you on what some of the cards in the ABC deck does and how they function. So first, guys, we got three letters: A, B, and C. These cards are all Union Monster. When was the last time we seen an actual good Union Monster? Never. All of these A, B, and C's have the exact same primary effect. So what their primary effect is that once per turn, you can equip this card to a light machine monster or unequip it and special summon this card. Start off with A Assault Core secondary effect. A Assault Core secondary effects reads that if this card is equipped to the monster is unaffected by opponent card effects. So that's pretty good. So, you know, can you imagine equipping this to a ABC Dragon Buster? That means that Dragon Buster is unaffected by Kieran. You know what that means? That means that Kieran can't touch it at all. A Assault Core's third effect is that if this card is sent from the field to the graveyard, add one other Union Monster from the graveyard to your hand. So this card is literally like a reinforcement of the army for the graveyard. Next, we got B Buster Drake. B Buster Drake's secondary effect reads that if this card is equipped to a monster, that monster is unaffected by opponent's spell card effects. And its third effect reads that if this card is sent from the field to the graveyard, add one Union Monster from your deck to your hand. So this card is a reinforcer of the army for ABCs. Pretty awesome. That's C Crush Wyvern, okay? C Crush Wyvern's secondary effect reads that once it's equipped to a monster, that monster is unaffected by trap cards. So we got a monster that's unaffected by monster effects, spell effects, and now we got a monster that's unaffected by trap cards. So decks like Paleozoics that have, heavy back rows and things like that can't touch ABC Buster Dragon. Trust me. And Crush Wyvern's third effect says that if this card is sent from the field to the graveyard, especially one Union Monster from your hand. So you can literally clear out your hand with C Crush Wyvern and then go into your Tsukiyomi, discard one card, draw two card, which is actually pretty awesome. Next, we got ABC Buster Dragon, the best monster in the deck, the card that everybody is dropping their panties for, the card that is making everyone so scared and making everyone side deck so heavily for this just one card. This card is absolutely insane. It's called Buster Dragon for a reason. It busts your ass 100%. Basically, you can special summon this card by banishing one ABC Buster by banishing one Assault Core, one B Buster Drake, and one C Crush Wyvern from your graveyard or from the field to special summon this card. And once per turn, you can discard one card to banish one card on the field. It banishes. So monsters like Dante or Beatrice doesn't even matter, fam. And its secondary effect is actually very powerful. During your opponent's turn, you can tribute this card to special summon 3 of your banished light Union monsters that are banished with different names to your side of the field. Okay, so on your opponent's turn, you can go, okay, I'm gonna banish a card. You discard a card, banish a card, change secondary effect to tribute itself to special summon 3 Union monsters that are banished, and then during your turn, just banish it all 3 monsters that were summoned and bring out another ABC Buster Dragon. Yep. it's pretty good. It's pretty good. And the really good thing about ABC Buster Dragon is that it does not specify that it has to only banish monster, or it only has to banish a spell card. It can banish anything. So if your opponent are like, you know, trying to top deck a scale in Metaphors, okay? They're trying to top deck a scale, and they're like, okay, I top deck a scale, and you have an ABC Buster Dragon, you know, discard the card, banish that scale. They'll never see that scale ever again. It ain't coming back unless you got Omega, and then it can come back. But you guys get the point. And probably the next annoying thing, other than ABC Buster Dragon and, you know, the Union monsters in the deck, is Union Hanger. Okay, Union Hanger is actually a very, very broken field spell that literally makes the deck broken. On activation, you search an ABC monster. So already, it's a Rhoda, which you can play 3 of and 3 terraforming, so you're technically playing 6. And its secondary effect is actually pretty broken as well. Once a light machine Union monster is normal summon or special summon, you can automatically equip 1 Union monster from your deck directly to that monster. Triggers off during your opponent's turn as well, so as soon as you banish the ABC Buster Dragon, you can literally activate Union Hanger's effect to basically equip a Union monster from your deck to one of the monsters that was summoned directly. Alright guys, so how to beat ABCs. Today guys, I'm about to educate you guys on how to beat ABCs. So the first category is called field removal or monster removal, okay? Monster removal is actually very, very important against ABCs, and you guys are probably wondering why. It's because ABC Buster Dragon on the field is a really problematic card, especially on your opponent's turn, okay? Because, you know, it contributed itself to banish, especially in 3 of the Union monsters that were banished, and, you know, Union Hanger would trigger. So what is 1 card out? Okay, to ABCs. You guys already know it, it's Asian Eyes' Beaver Warrior. You can go up to 1 billion attack. But all jokes aside though, you guys already know it, my boy Gamseo and my boy Kamungus, aka the Kaijus. Kaijus is a very, very powerful engine against this deck because Kaiju is literally the problem solver to anything. So you know what guys, you guys better main Kaijus because ABC Buster Dragon is actually a biatch to actually get over. Next off, we got the best card against ABC as a mass removal is definitely Systems Down. Systems Down is overall a very powerful card. If you guys don't know what Systems Down does, is pay 1,000 life points, banish all machine type monsters on the field and in your opponent's graveyard. That's actually very, very powerful. So as soon as you open up Systems Down, you activate it against the ABC Buster Dragon. What they can only do is, you know, if you have another card on the field, they can discard to banish a card. But if they have nothing else, like, there's no point even them tagging out. If they tag out, those monsters are all gonna get banished regardless. All their monsters in the graveyard will be banished. All the cards on the field will be banished, and it's just a really great out to ABC Buster Dragon and all of their cards in the graveyard. And now to think about it, Mirror Forces are actually very, very good against his deck, unless they have the Sea Crush Wyvern equipped to the Buster Dragon. Just gotta remember, they cannot tag out on their turn. They can only tag out on your turn. Okay, guys? So if they run into a Mirror Force, they're completely effed for that entire turn. It'll just flip the ABC Buster Dragon face down. So the Mirror Forces are actually very, very good. Cards like, you know, Johnny Mirror Force and especially Quickie Mirror Force are really powerful cards against ABCs. So that's another card that you can consider. But overall, I believe that the 2 best monster removal cards that you should be siding in your side decks in every deck is Kaijus and Systems Down. Next off, we got the stun category. The category that stuns them for playing the game. For starters, we got cards like Imperial Iron Wall, which is really, really good. You also got cards like Necro Valley, which is really, really good. The really good thing about these cards is that, you know, Necro Valley prevents them from using the graveyard at all, so they can't banish from the grave to bring out ABC Buster Dragon. Here on Iron Wall makes them not be able to banish cards as well, but, you know, cards like Gold Gadget and Silver Gadget can tutor out a level 4 monster, and they can go into Diamond Direwolf and just pop that shit. Next, you got, of course, Vanny's Emptiness, which is a very standard, you know, an easy out to ABCs as well. You know, make an established board, make your Beatrice, make your, you know, Pilgrim and everything like that, and then flip Vanny's Emptiness and just offer the handshake. We got Artifact Sight. This card is really, you know, archetype specific. You know, you can only use this card in certain decks, like, you know, Cosmo especially. You can also play it in Heroes. You can make, you know, you can play Artifact Heroes, things like that. The whole deck requires on XYZ summoning and also fusion summoning. So if you lock their turn from special summoning from the extra deck, they're basically screwed. They're basically effed up in the ass. Next off, you got hand traps. A lot of you guys love hand traps. I feel like the best 5 hand traps against this deck are Ghost Ogre. You also got Winter Cherries. You also got DD Crow, Maxi, and Ally Adjusted Cycle Reader. Ally Adjusted Cycle Reader is really good because you're able to banish the ABC monsters, the unit monster, from the graveyard, so that way it prevents them from going to their ABC Buster Dragon, DD Crow. Same purpose as, of course, Cycle Reader. Next, we got Winter Cherries. If you guys are side decking Winter Cherries, that means you guys have to side deck your ABC Buster Dragon. If you activated Winter Cherries and you resolve Winter Cherries against the mirror match or against the ABC matchup, they basically lose. They're nothing without their ABC Buster Dragon. So banish that Buster Dragon and you will solve millions of problems that you won't have to worry about ever again for that entire duel. Next, we got Ghost Ogre and Snow Rabbit. This card is very powerful, and the reason why I believe that this card is good against this deck and also Metaphors is that it's really good against Unit Hanger. Unit Hanger is a very problematic card, okay? And the really downside about Unit Hanger is that you can only activate one of each Unit Hanger per turn, okay? You can only use each effect per turn. So on activation, you get to search a Rhoda. It's a Rhoda. You get to search a unit monster from your deck to your hand, okay? So once they activate it and activate that effect to search, you chain Ghost Ogre right away to destroy that. They cannot search because the card is no longer in the field, and that means that they cannot physically activate another copy of Unit Hanger from the hand because they technically already used the first effect already, so they cannot basically activate another one since the search effect activates on activation. Next, we got, of course, the standard Maxi. Maxi is really good because it prevents them from special summoning. Let's go off to the spell removal, aka the Unity Hanger removal. So of course, you got basic cards to remove Unity Hanger are like MST, Cosmic Cyclone, Twin Twister, Typhoon. Really overall great cards to instantly remove Unity Hanger. And last but not least, you have monster negation, like Solemn Strikes, and you also got Solemn Warnings, Solemn Scoldings, things like that to stop the ABC Buster Dragon or any other of their XYZ monsters that they attempt to summon. Once Invasions of Vengeance touch, okay, I feel like this card is the best side deck card or even main deck card against today's meta. And I myself are gonna be maining triple copies of this card. Is Dimension Boundary or Dimension Barrier. This card is freaking broken. This card is gonna change the game. It's a very powerful trap card. Basically, when you activate this card, call an extra deck type. Go XYZ Fusion Pendulums, call it. They cannot special summon those monsters during that turn. So if you activate Dimension Barrier against Burning Abyss, they can't go Dante or Beatrice. If you activate, what is it? Dimension Barrier on Dark Synchro, and you call Synchros, they can't Synchro. If you activate Dimension Barrier on ABCs and you call Fusion, they can't bring out their Buster Dragon. So you know what? Here is my advice video on how to beat ABCs. These are all the card choices that I have. If I am missing some stuff, make sure you guys leave it in the comment section below for me to find out, and also for other people that do not know of those cards as well. Please guys, make sure you guys share this video within the Yu-Gi-Oh community because a lot of people need to know on how to beat ABCs. A lot of you guys are worried for nothing because you know what? If you guys watch this video, here's how to beat ABCs. Thank you guys so much for watching. Sam from Team Sound Sam signing out. Alright guys, peace.